The names of those quarterbacks before this year was Dak Prescott. It was C.J. Stroud. Those are good ones. And Gardner Minshew. That's the weird what doesn't belong, but Gardner did it as a rookie. None of those three were able to do that in that fourth game. So 3 is the record since the NFL merger. And who cares about prior to that? At least I know I don't. So Bo can do that tonight. If Bo gets 200 or more yards passing, if he has 2 or more touchdown passes and does not turn the ball over, no interceptions at least, he will be the first rookie quarterback in NFL history to have 4 straight games with those numbers. And I believe he's going to do it. Why do I believe that? Well, the Browns, they're not very good. So they're going to give up some points. I think he'll be able to move the ball up and down the field. The Browns are giving up just north of 214 yards passing per game. Well, if Bo hits the average, that'll put him north of 200 yards passing. The number that jumps off the screen when you're talking about or researching the Browns is their interceptions or lack thereof. They have 2 all season, 2 interceptions all season. Bo's smart. He takes care of the football. He doesn't take a lot of risks with the football because he's smart, knows where he wants to go. So I don't worry about the interceptions. The 2 touchdowns, I don't have a lot of worry for that either. I think this is a big night for Courtland Sutton. Courtland has been a top 5 receiver over the last 4 weeks when it comes to receptions, yards, first down receptions, and 20-plus yard catches downfield. Court's top 5 in all of those categories. I like Courtland Sutton to have a big night. He'll catch one of those touchdowns from Bo Nix. The other one, I really want to say Devon Vele keeps it going. That might be a personal bias because he's on my fantasy team. But maybe it's not a Devon Vele. My boy Cecil Lammy, shout out to you, Cease, talked about Orange and Blue. He's on a show, Orange and Blue. He talked about Adam Troutman on our show today before Orange and Blue, possibly having a big day. Now, I hope Cecil's right, but the next time I see a Broncos tight end have a big day, well, it'll be the first time in a very, very long time. So fingers crossed, but I got to see that before I just jump in with that leap of faith. Cease knows what he's talking about now. If you see something open in the middle of the field, well, I think Cease might be onto something, but my eyeballs have to see it before I can just fully go out and be on a limb. So Bo Nix, he's going to set an NFL rookie record coming up tonight. Some more numbers on Courtland Sutton. I mentioned how good he has been. The catches, they're 36 over the last 4 weeks. First downs, 22 of those over the last 4 weeks. And his 13 catches of 20 or more yards, that's 5th best in the entire NFL. So the Bo Nix, Courtland Sutton connection, well, it's just getting better and better as the weeks go on. I expect that to continue as much as tonight. The other little elephant in the room, and that's what I'm going to call it, is a little elephant, is Jerry Jeudy. He's running his mouth. He had a few things to say ahead of this game. Of course, we know the Broncos picked him 15th overall a few years back from Alabama. Talk about a B word, right? Not that word. Come on. I'm trying to stay clean on YouTube. Bust is what I'm talking about. Big old B-U-S-T for Jerry Jeudy. That's what he was with the Denver Broncos. Go do whatever you can do in Cleveland, Jerry. I would say I'm rooting for you, but I don't want to lie to the YouTube audience, so I'm not going to say that. But, you needed a change of scenery. Sucks for you that it was Cleveland that had to be the change of scenery. But you know what? If you're a Jerry Jeudy guy or a Browns fan, first of all, apologies. Second, you want your guy to be fired up like that. You know what I want to do when I see my ex? I want to stun on her. I want to be the one looking good, right? Something on my arm feeling good. Well, Jerry's not coming in with something on his arm feeling good, but he's also played pretty good over the last 4 or 5 weeks. The problem is, Jerry, a guy named Patrick Surtain II is going to be following you around for a big bulk of this game, and he's a better football player than you. He's bigger than you. He's stronger than you. He might even be faster than you. So I don't expect a whole lot from Jerry Jeudy, which means there won't be a whole lot of talking coming out of Jerry Jeudy. So tonight, little Monday Night Football for the Broncos. Not only do the Broncos win and keep their foot on the gas for the 7th wildcard spot in the AFC, I think Bo Nix makes NFL history tonight, and PS2 shuts up our old buddy Jerry Jeudy, your old buddy Jerry Jeudy. I'm not going to claim him. Hey, you're hanging out, right? Dover on Denver right here on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button. Make sure you don't miss anything from Denver sports. Hit that like button for me. And why aren't we friends in the comments? I'm checking in on the comments. I'd love to have a conversation about what we're talking about here with you in the comments. So leave a comment. I'll come back and we will chat about all things Bo Nix and these Broncos. All right. Another thing we got to chat here about is the Buffaloes and where they're at now. Regular season came to an end. They destroyed Oklahoma State. It was 52-0. You could have turned that game off probably about the middle of the first quarter and not missed much. They did get a late hit on Shedeur, which was kind of ugly, and you saw guys come to his defense, but it was over basically as soon as it began. Couple things to take away from this Buffs game. One, Deion is still talking about all these dudes playing in a bowl game. I hate it. I think it's very selfish on Deion's part. I think it's a wise move to skip a bowl game, get ready for the NFL draft, and become an NFL player. We talked all about that a couple of episodes ago. Go back and find that show on YouTube. Do not play if you're Travis Hunter or Shedeur Sanders. What's more important? The ability and the opportunity to make $150 million over the next 8 years, or a win in the Alamo Bowl over BYU? Who cares about the freaking Alamo Bowl? That's another conversation. The Alamo Bowl? That's what you want me to get excited about? The Alamo Bowl and another Big 12 team? Hey, bowl committee, somebody, college football, do the right thing here. Nobody wants to see CU versus BYU, another Big 12 matchup. Hasn't the conversation been basically for the last month since the College Football Playoff Committee has started to have their conversation and make their rankings about, well, we just don't know who the Big 12 is because you don't see him against an SEC team. You don't see him play against the Big 10 team. Here's your chance. Give me the Buffaloes versus Ole Miss. You want to get nuts? Give me the Buffaloes versus Alabama in whatever bowl game you want to call it. But I'm telling you, if it wasn't for my job and having to talk into one of these things every single day, I wouldn't even turn the Alamo Bowl on. CU and BYU, no thanks. I hope they get this right. That might be the only way I want Shedeur and Travis to play. I probably still wouldn't then because I care about them making more money than my entertainment. But BYU versus CU, risking long-term injury for two superstar NFL players? Nope, not for me. I think that the bowl committee is going to miss if this is the case. We'll find out coming up on December 8th. But yeah, the Alamo Bowl with BYU, two Big 12 teams, BYU and CU, no thanks. I don't know how you feel about it. Again, let me know in the comments if you would want them to play and if the Alamo Bowl moves the needle at all for you. Because I know it does not for me. All right. That's it. Dover on Denver. And now I'm done.